That would explain why I can't hear myself. See how well it tracks the game audio. No. No. It's this down here. Da, 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 da. Right. Okay. Hmm. Right. Now I need to see if the mic sound is coming through okay. Hmm. Interesting. Trying to get all these audio settings to work in the desired way is exceptionally fiddly. Interesting. Trying to get all these audio settings to work in the desired way is exceptionally fiddly. Interesting. Trying to get all these audio work in the desired way is exceptionally fiddly. Right, so the YouTube stream has a 30-second delay, and NVIDIA broadcast for the mic is currently set to studio voice. Right, so the YouTube stream has a 30-second delay, and NVIDIA broadcast for the mic is currently set to studio voice. And I can hear the stream bleeding through my headset. Or the audio is repeating and then bleeding. The mic and I can hear the stream bleeding in my headset. what audio is fundamental. Okay, so if I mute the stream and then speak and then unmute the stream, can I hear the audio bleed, repeat, and be of lower quality? Okay, so if I mute the screen and then unmute it, and I hear the audio bleed, repeat, and listen, what? Okay, so if I mute the screen and then unmute and I hear the audio bleed, repeat, and listen, what? If I mute the screen and then unmute and I hear the audio bleed, repeat, and listen, what? Okay, so I'm going to speak now whilst seeing the stream, and once I see that my mouth stops moving on the stream, unmute the stream to see if it then, after playing the audio, then tries to play a lower quality copy again. Hmm. Okay, that seems to have worked. So I probably need like a noise gate or something to stop all of that clicking and weird little noises in the background. Question is, how do I program that properly? Hmm. Let's do a quick Google, see what a recommended noise gate is. Noise gate, Streamlabs. Keyboard clicks, pans. A closed threshold of negative 35 to 40. And an open threshold of negative 20. Oh, okay. How do I test this? Because if I turn the stream audio back on, it'll bleed into my headset. Can I open my own stream on my phone so that I have the audio coming from a separate source? Oh, tech troubleshooting is a lot of fun. Like slowly whittling down to an answer when you have way more questions and too much information. Sometimes you need to just keep testing until you find the right combination of tweaking the knobs and dials, so to speak. Can't get to it from the studio. Can I get to it from just the app? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Right, so I guess I need to actually come off of... oh no. I need to keep the mic on so I can hear myself through the stream. But I take the headset off so that I'm not listening to the computer's audio. Right. It's like that's like tones. I know through this audio. That seems pretty clear so far. And provided that I actually speak and project my voice, and don't just lazily mumble. And now the stream is back playing what I listen to on my phone, so it sounds like a load of jumbled garbage. Which means the noise gate isn't fully working. And the stream is back playing what I listen to on my phone, so it sounds like a load of jumbled garbage. This gate isn't fully working. Or technically it is, and what the stream then produces. And then it's looping again and again and again because there's an audio feedback loop of my phone that Mike can clearly hear. So it seems like the audio is actually fine. In which case... Oops, shit. I just need to give this a minute or so for all of the crappy audio to finish bleeding out, and then I can proceed. Oh, crap. Alright, cool. That seems to be pretty good. Alright, okay. Let's actually play the game for a little bit and make sure that everything else, audio and visual-wise, is being captured to a reasonable quality. Right. Had it all fit in though. Okay, right. Crank it up in-game a little bit as well, because I have no idea how loud or quiet it's going to come across. 20 should be enough, right? I guess we'll just carry on with where we were on the steel path. What do we have access to at the minute? We have Zaku, say less. If we have Zaku, Zaku can do all the work for me. I don't really need a good gun so long as Zaku's turrets can perform. Ah, and if I'm fortunate enough to have anyone actually watch this, they can hopefully tell me if there's any issues with the audio, be that the microphone or the in-game audio capture. Yeah, viral turrets. Orthos Prime's never a bad shout. And Volter Prime. Well, at least I'll have something I can shoot with. Cool, well, we'll try this then, and see how we go.
A true Tenno understands how to combine the elements coursing through their Warframe.
Crucible's over here.
Find the crucible and the amphors it needs to create a complex elemental force. Your enemies hoard the amphors the crucibles need. Retrieve them. Deadly radiation, the product of heat and electricity amphors.
Oh, I've left the troubleshooting text on the screen. There we go. Alright, the visual clarity looks good. The frame rate looks like it might be a little bit choppy though. Question is that just a YouTube thing, or is that I need to alter my broadcasting scenes options?
finished. A new crucible hungers for elements.
Yeah, that frame rate is super shitty.
Even in the undercroft, toxin and coal create a viral elemental force.
Like, the visual clarity is great, but the frame rate is ass. That looks like sub 30 if I had to hazard a guess. And I'll finish this wave and then I'll look at how to improve the frame rate. Because visual clarity's fine, and I would assume the audio's okay as well. But I can always watch this back myself for any audio tweaks needed. So I'll primarily be investigating why is the frame rate garbage. Alright, a quick Google in between quests. Oh, no, people don't want to continue. Fair enough.
It's closed.
Now, my frames are fine. It's the stream output that has shitty frames. Maybe the bitrate needs changing? No, it's set to 18,000. Also, I can't change it whilst the stream is active. Maybe I need to tweak it on the YouTube dashboard instead? Probably a setting somewhere that I need to tweak. Stream latency, normal latency, low latency, ultra low. Maybe if I set that to low latency. Granted, there aren't exactly a lot of options here to even tweak. It's literally just a couple of toggles. Yeah, because just looking at that frame rate on that is absolutely shit. Unless it looks shit to me because it's not real time. Ooh, extra juice. Yes, please. And the wolf sledge. Oh, two of my favorite guns. The Grimoire. That is not something you see come up very often. Ack legs. Good pair of hand cannons. Yeah, the frame rate on that looks god awful. Does it look any different on here?
Access to the Undercroft is strictly controlled. The Void Angels
On mobile, the
must
frame rate looks
return,
absolutely fine.
breaking into the
So why does it look dog
underground.
ass
Repair the damage
on
to keep them
desktop?
at bay.
Or maybe it just looks
Spheres of
shit
sea
from
are
my
ancient
perspective?
void energy. Gather as much as you can.
I don't know, I would need somebody else watching this on desktop to confirm whether or not it's just me. Oh, Void Flood. Play the objective, don't be a leech. That's what assholes do. And last time I checked, I wasn't an asshole. Right, we've almost filled up our Vitaplast shell.
If the Void Angels break through
Drone.
the wall,
Drone.
their master will be freed. Do not
Right, where
allow
is
it to
the...
happen.
It's over here.
Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade.
Yeah, maybe it just looks ass from my perspective, because it looks fine on mobile. Oh, no, someone's left again. Maybe people just don't like playing Void Flood.
A breach has
Which is understandable, I don't like playing Void Flood myself, I think it's a boring game mode. It's by no means difficult, it's just... it's not fun. I mean, I guess you could argue it's survival, but with a different objective, because instead of
Angels are unrelenting,
endless waves of
keeping them at bay.
enemies are needing to make sure that your oxygen level is up, you have endless waves of enemies, but you have to do something besides just kill people. Because you have to run around, get these orbs, and close the gates. Yeah, it's survival adjacent. I can't really think of another way to describe that.
The paradox
But the whole point of survival is to have fun running around and killing things, whereas this, it waters it down by having a secondary objective, which is the primary objective, which is closing the gates. Where's the gate? There it is. Yeah, the frame rate is absolutely fine on my phone, but it's dog ass on the desktop.
The enemy has been held at bay.
Yep.
Congratulations are in order. It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional people.
Or maybe it's me, maybe I'm lagging because I'm trying to stream and then watch my own stream at the same time. That might be,
Now have the chance to
that
undo
could be
those
the cause.
defeats. The winds blow fiercely.
If I was thinking about this, I'd get the laptop out and check on that, because that would serve as a separate desktop source, but it would also be using bandwidth from the same source, because it would be another computer on the same network, so... Yeah, the cleanest way to test this would just be to have someone not on my network watch the desktop and let me know if it's... if it seems super slow and laggy. God, the Exorcist is so much fun. Especially if you spec for reload speed, and then it's just a pump-action shotgun that you never actually reload. Because for this weapon, a higher reload speed is actually increasing your fire rate, and the fire rate stat doesn't actually matter. So if you had an Exorgist Riven that dumped fire rate, that stat means nothing to this gun. Oh, but so far so good. We'll have the we'll have the Nami solo Incarnon in no time. I have to keep working for the burst string though. Pretty sure I've got Shotgun Vendetta on this thing rather than Primary Deadhead, right?
Resolve is being tested. Do not falter. Enemies incoming.
That suddenly looks like it has a better frame rate. This is a strange puzzle to try and solve. No, the frame rate there's gone dog ass again. Yeah, I do have Shotgun Vendetta. It would make sense since it buffers multi-shot and reload speed. Yeah, if you've never used an Exorgist before, try it out. It's a lot of fun. Pretty powerful for a non-Incarnon weapon, if you ask me. I wonder if there's a cap on reload speed. Like, surely that animation of the pump can only play so fast, right?
Scattered to the void. Will you lay your sword aside? requires power. Void treasure has been located. Extractor in place.
Presently.
A new void treasure may now be extracted.
Do not stop. You'll all be able to see. I promise.
Excavator under attack. Extractor deploying. I sense another void treasure. Extractor deploying. Enemies are assaulting your excavator.
Ah!
Your excavator is on the brink of destruction. Void treasure location established. You allowed the enemy to destroy an excavator. Extractor in place. A way out is now open to you, but further buried riches are here for the taking. This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. Endurance is defiance. Prove you can endure the Undercroft at its most oppressive.
Oh. And a bit of ice strain. I think I'm gonna crank these bad boys out, actually. Been a while since I've had to use these. This should help with the ice strain.
Only 60 seconds remain.
Yeah, that's... my eyes already don't hurt quite as much now.
Systems charged with life support.
Oh no, everything is now sufficiently more orange than it was a moment ago. Definitely don't try and do fashion frame while I'm wearing these, because it'll misalign all the colours. Blue suddenly doesn't exist. My screen looks green because we're in the Undercroft, which is majoritively blue. Now everything looks green. Well, I mean, it looks green for me.
Life support will be scarce. Do not waste it. Life support replenished.
Oh wow, I actually ran out of ammo. That's a first. Don't usually run out of ammo. Very rare indeed that that happens these days.
seconds left.
Maybe I should use some of these decrees. There's no reason for me to be stockpiling them.
I advise you not to be content with
Alright,
merely
tier 5, cool, that's our first Incarnon. Just need to do 5 more, and then we'll have both the adapters for this week.
bizarre contraptions left behind from the time of Scholar's Landing. Master their alchemy to understand the elemental forces you wield. Locate a crucible.
I don't know how Grim Armory would interact with the Exorcist, because it only has 1 bullet. Oh, there's a thought actually. It only has 1 bullet, which means every shot would have 200% extra damage with Duelist's advantage. These are crap. We can take Envious Economy. 100%. That would be an anti-synergy with the Exorcist, so we'll go with Morale Blues. And Cloak and Dagger. Damn, how many fucking decrees was I stockpiling? Jesus. Clearly more than 7. I should probably play the objective a little bit and not just sit here with a thumb up my ass.
You found a crucible. Now, liberate the necessary amphors from your enemies. A magnetic crucible. Find electricity and cold amphors.
Ooh, that's interesting. Because the Exorcist is only supposed to have 1 round, ammo efficiency suddenly gives it a pseudo double barrel that sometimes fires twice. And there's almost no downtime between shots. It's a shame ammo efficiency isn't a statistic that you can mod for, because that would lead to some very interesting designs. Like that. An Exorcist that can fire 2 rounds per pump with no downtime between shots. But alas, ammo efficiency isn't a statistic that you can mod for. It doesn't exist. It only exists via decrees or special abilities like the helmet subsume for infused ammo, which is suddenly giving me ideas about putting that on my Harrow, because I have a Harrow build with a empowered ammo subsume. Which does mean that if I slap down the Exorcist, it would potentially turn into a rapid-fire pump shotgun that doesn't actually pump. Which effectively at that point means I've just created a Spaz 12. So I've just realised I've stopped playing the objective again. Alright, we're almost there. Nice.
I imagine the long-departed scholar would have been impressed with how you've wielded his crucibles today.
Such a bad crick in my neck.
Or later.
The Jackal fight is boring, but it must be done. Show must go on.
Is inexhaustible. The Jackal may have been sent.
These are ass.
And sure, it never returns.
Might as well make Revenant even more unkillable.
Where the foe's armor is weakest.
Ooh, now I just need Ranger's Reload, and I can turn this into a double tap per roll shotgun. Oh nice, someone got it already. What the? Yeah, I feel like there's an unwritten rule that all Revenant players are secretly assholes. Which is why I put Roar and the Mesmer skin augment on mine, because how can I be an asshole if I'm also buffing you? Yeah, I'll give you 112% extra damage for 60 seconds, and 5 stacks of Mesmer skin. I can't be an asshole if I'm helping you out that much, right?
From harm. Find out what.
But the Revenants that are there purely for themselves, just because, ooh, I can't die, they're the assholes. I'm not an asshole. Where? Oh. Where's he going?
Turn your fury upon what is vulnerable.
Alright, that's the Jackal done.
Let this victory serve as a warning. Duviri is defended.
I've just realized I've been talking to myself this whole
Tell
time.
you when to stop. Judge for yourself. Confront the maddened ones who walk the undercroft. The shadows
Elimination.
that do not yet exist. Ensure they never become fully real.
The Kree fragment. Accuracy from multi-shot. With a shotgun. I think I might have just turned this thing into a flat cannon.
The battle has barely begun.
Look at that spread. Never mind the fact that Shotgun Vendetta is also giving us multi-shot. I don't even need to aim with this thing anymore. Aiming is a suggestion. Just point cursor over dude, pull trigger, and they die. So you don't need accuracy, you just need more bullets.
What a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to beg. This is not over.
Vor doesn't even get to finish his dialogue anymore. We just make him eat shit. I remember there was a point in time, and this is back when Void Keys were still in the game. He would always finish his dialogue before you could kill him. And yet, in contrast to that, the TTK of normal enemies was much higher. Normal enemies just did not survive more than 2 seconds. And this was also back in the day when Soma Prime was considered best in slot. Soma Prime was the meta at one point in time. I miss those days quite fondly. Sometimes it's fun to reminisce, you know? I don't miss coptering, I definitely don't miss coptering. But I miss the days of the Soma Prime being the king of primaries. I'm sad that it has an Incarnon adapter available, which is also this week. But I can't sacrifice the opportunity to get both the Nami solo and the burst run in 1 week, just for an old favourite. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait until that's back in rotation again. Which is probably going to be a while, considering I've already waited as long as I have for it to come into rotation. But I got the Torrid last week, so getting Nami solo and Burstron this week as well is just 3 of the best Incarnons over the course of 2 weeks. That's really good tempo for building endgame power.
Excellent work. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade.
So I know those weapons by virtue of their reputation. That's how good they are.
If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen.
Exorgist with the triple shot? Yo. Start working on the D gate. I do miss Soma Prime quite vehemently.
The Void Angels are unrelenting.
But it just kind of doesn't work in today's meta for how the damage works post the The damage rework from... I don't even remember when it was at this point, but the damage rework that entirely changed how we play the game.
The rupture is closed.
Corrosive isn't really corrosive anymore because you need emerald shards for it to do what it used to do. I remember the days when you would mod all of your weapons for corrosive and heat rather than viral, and the reason why is because enemy HP didn't scale so aggressively, so you would just strip the armor and attack their health directly underneath, but you can't do that anymore because corrosive no longer works that way. You need in excess of 10 stacks to actually get the armor strip, so unless you're getting your armor strip from an ability, e.g. Mags 4, you can't strip armor with just your guns anymore. You need an external source, which is weird, but it probably leads to the game being in a healthier state, although corrosive just got replaced with viral, so what do, you know? And viral is something that has always only had 10 stacks, so building for excessive viral stacks doesn't do anything. You just end up with dealing damage of the viral type without really contributing any additional to your overall TTK, whereas having viral and fully armor stripping something, that would be more akin to the old school damage scaling. Because viral will substitute for enemies having higher health pools than they used to way back when, and then stripping their armor off the top so that enemies don't have as much DR, because just like health, enemy DR is ridiculously scaling. And that's without even contemplating the now introduction of Overguard as an additional DR source as well. Enemy DR is just out the wazoo. It's no wonder we have to do a bloody rain dance on one leg, with one arm tied behind our back whilst tapping our head with the other, and speaking backwards in Void Tongue just to get a sliver of the same scale of damage that we once had way back when.
Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches.
I'm not bitter by discussing this, I feel like it's something worth having a conversation about for how damage has changed in the game over the course of the last 5 years, if not its entire lifetime. Rangers reload, we got it.
This battle is already half won. Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches.
A quad shot. Nice.
The enemy has been exhausted.
Oh, that's right. I should put my charger in. Actually, yeah, at this level, the excavators would die too quickly. It's better to back out. Because that is not fun when every excavator just dies the moment it spawns. Oh. Right. I think I'll turn this off here and review the footage to see if it's still crap when it's not live.